So that is our talk on discipline. There's so much more we could talk about.
It's so much more. We'll talk about the other stuff later.
Definitely.
That I'm going through from an administrator's perspective.
Oh my God.
That'll be another 30 minutes.
I think that's more about teacher willingness, though.
It is. So that'll be a topic. Stay tuned next time for teacher willingness.
Yes. So, how is
next?
Constantly, I'm being roped into shenanigans. Okay.
You liked it.
Specifically using my vocal abilities.
You wouldn't sing Lean On Me with me earlier, so I had to get you some kind of way.
Right. And she had to break out the West Coast vibes.
Yeah.
So
Regulators. Mount up.
Stop.
Do you know I used to say my Lord? I thought they said my Lord.
Such a preacher's kid.
Yeah.
Really? My Lord.
Not Lord. Lord. My Lord.
I cannot.
It was a clear.
What a PK. That is so cute.
Always singing gospel, honey.
Always
singing gospel.
Turn it. Flip it.
I just turn stuff into gospel.
Flip it. Turn it into it.
Even songs talking about hoes. You know, those are the
When
characters in the story that were hoes.
They was looking so hard, they straight hit the curb.
Yeah. They was looking so hard, they straight hit the curb.
Rest in peace.
Oh, I miss him.
All right, so our elephant in the room. I just want to say that I am safe. Wait, what episode was that when we talked about being safe? Was that from the bridge that fell? We are safe from the Atlanta fire. That's what it was. Mm-hmm. Okay, so we are safe from Hurricane Irma.
Thanks for asking.
Thanks for asking.
All the way up in the west side of Georgia. I'm going to need y'all to understand we are not on the coast. We ain't in Savannah. Bless their hearts, because Savannah did go through some real stuff. And it takes
us 4 hours to get, or 5, to get to Savannah.
So that gives you a perspective as to how far we were from danger. However, several people in the west side of Georgia were checking in to let everyone know that they were safe.
Several people were bunkered down in their basements, garage, saying they're gonna ride out the storm. I mean, many shelves were empty.
Oh my gosh.
Could not find
in
water.
A panic about doggone water in Georgia. Now, we ain't talking about in Florida, y'all.
Let's
Georgia. Be clear. This is Georgia, in the center or the further west side.
North. West.
Georgia.
Furthest away from the ocean.
Yes.
So my joke, because I teach science. I'm like, how's the hurricane going to get us? Is it going to travel up the Chattahoochee? Like, I don't understand. Hurricanes are associated with water, turning, the winds. And so we ended up getting a tropical storm.
Yes. So we were out of school for 2 days. Thank you, Lord.
You know who just got another day?
I know. You're so sad. I don't understand it, but you don't worry about other folks' business, okay?
Right. And some people I know, evacuated and went to the east side of Atlanta, and that's where they got hit the hardest.
Oh.
I think they thought it was going to come up the west, and so they ended up going east, and that's where, all the old trees are, and, power went out. 2 people died.
See, that is sad.
In Georgia, in metro Atlanta.
Jeez Louise.
So, I mean, it was a big deal. There were sprinklings outside of my door. Ooh.
There were some high winds, though.
I didn't get
we got high winds. It was blowing like crazy here.
Really?
My parents actually had 3 or 4 trees down in their yard. So shout out to Ann for filling up the tub just in case.
The tub of what?
A tub of water.
Oh.
Just in case the water went out.
So then
they had bottled water. But if they needed to take baths and heat up and go and rub sticks together outside and start a fire so they could boil some water so they could take baths.
Miss Missy.
Not baths, but baths.
Miss Missy should never be around Miss Ann because
what would they do together?
My child. Okay, so, our local radio personality tried to warn everybody about flash floods.
And what they need to
have the flash flood. So he went down a list of things. Do you know Missy hit the ground running as soon as we got home? She's trying to look at flashlights. she's asking me about what can we bake right now because we won't have any food.
Right.
She was like, oh, what about the water? Did we go get bottled water? Like, she was on top of all of these floods. And then she had the nerve to be like, we're driving out the subdivision. Like, I'm scared we're going to get washed away. I said, girl.
She should have been at my mama's house.
I said, I rebuke this spirit of fear. Like, we are not about to sit up here and think about all the bad things that can happen to us right now.
Right in.
Oh, she would have loved it.
Yeah, they would have been in the basement. My mama said, well, we got our sheets and our pillows together. We ready to go down to the basement at any moment. I said, you do realize we get updates from like Georgia Weather Center through the schools, and they said there are no tornadoes in our area. And she was like, oh, well, we ready, just in case.
Like Pastor Troy. We stop. I didn't even, why did I encourage that?
Because I'm ready. I break out in the song.
So, do you think people got caught up in the drama behind it?
They had to.
Or were they really scared? Like, I think that people just loved to talk about what tree fell. Like, it's just excitement surrounding
it was the drama of it. It was the drama of it. I did not understand why we were acting as if we were in Florida.
And Floridians know.
And then our friends started a text group. Remember?
Oh, yeah.
And then so that made me, I still didn't panic. I was just like,
So did you go get some water or no?
I mean, literally Sunday after church, which was when we were warned not to go get it because it was going to be all gone, remember?
Right.
The group text. Sunday after church, I went and got some. Because I was like, I guess I'm going to be looking stupid if the water goes off. So
we got 4 bottles of Avion. We were like, I said, oh, World Famous comes back. He's like, it was all out. So he had 4 bottles of Avion, like the mineral water of Europe. I'm like, okay, well, we're about to. But what we did do is freeze our ice. Like
ice is already frozen.
No, we processed the ice, put as much ice as we could out of the ice maker so that it could make more. And then we froze those bags. Because it only makes as much as you need at the time. So we were like, okay, well, we'll make a lot and then put it in the freezer. So then if it goes off, then we have extra. Okay, so in our house.
I wish y'all see how I'm looking at her because I was like, you did go extreme. Okay.
I wonder if maybe your kids don't do this yet. Our kids go in on the ice. We run out of ice.
They want to,
one day.
but we don't let them.
You don't?
That's their dream. We just kill their dream with
I didn't even realize that we had to monitor the ice until I realized by the time I take a break and
are they just crunching on it or what?
They're drinking it with water, but they just want the ice to fill up the whole cup and then just a little bit of water. And then, I don't know. So we get obsessed on the weekends. We're like, no ice! Because, we want to have a nightcap. We want to have something a little bit later.
We want some of that ice. We want some of that whole malt. We want some of them pig feet.
So we were like, what if we run out of ice tomorrow? So we, ran all this ice and put it in the freezer. But we didn't need it. It was fine.
It was so.
But we probably can use it next weekend because the kids gonna go through all of our ice.
Yeah, so then you don't have to be so hard on ice next week.
Only 3 chips.
So we got 2 days till the weekend, so they get to.
God. And this is exciting news. Yes. I like to hear that. My mom told me that perhaps I should try to get a 3-day work week, because she said then you won't have to be so tired.
I like the way that your mommy thinks.
I said, I know, I'm going to tell my boss. I'm going to tell those students, you don't need me on Monday and Tuesday. I'll be in Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday.
We're going to hit it hard. We're going to hit it hard.
I'm going to even give you my Good Friday and work as hard as I can. Because that's how I feel this week. I feel like, just 3 more days. That's it.
Or even just a couple of hours later start.
Yes.
If it started at 9...
or 10.
I'm trying to stay in single digits, though, because I don't want to stay up in there until 6.
Oh.
So,
yeah.
9 to 5. I'm working 9 to 5.
You were so...
all these genres.
You were so choral today.
I am. It's really been... It's a hidden talent.
So I would love to tell you guys that we are safe. And that we are... Irma is gone, and what's the next one coming out?
Jose
Jose is on the loose, and apparently he made a loop-de-loo and decided to head to the United States. Like he was heading up the eastern, not even the seaboard, but like up the East Coast in the Atlantic. And then there's a pattern where it took a whole little loop and then headed right back to Florida.
Somebody said we didn't have all these tropical storms with President Obama.
Did you? Okay, so nerd side note.
I like it.
So, okay, so some people know that because of the African easterlies and the American westerlies.
Are you really about to say what my daddy said in church this Sunday? Please go ahead.
Oh my God.
Because I said all this fake news, but what is it?
No, there's an addition to fake news, but the scientific fact is,
please go.
You know, when the warm water and the cold water, warm wind, cold wind meet, it's going to cause that extra circle. So that's why in the Atlantic there's the hurricanes, because of the wind patterns that are coming off the coast of Africa. Mm-hmm. It's hot wind, and then Atlantic wind, it's coming in, it's making a circle. Mm-hmm. And normally it comes down in the Caribbean, maybe in the United States, and it'll go across over to the Pacific, and it's not necessarily a bad thing in the Pacific because it's already been through a lot.
I need y'all to understand how tuned in I am right now, because I feel like she's about to drop that knowledge.
Well, no. I mean, I taught world geography last year, and, you know, I had the same kids. So we studied, like, you know, the African slave trade.
Yes.
So that is a thing. Like, I think Dick Gregory was talking about it or something, about how that same African easterlies is the same, you know, winds that they took to get Africans from Africa to the United States.
Oh my God.
And that hurricanes are a manifestation of angry slaves that had lost their lives in the Middle Passage.
Oh my gosh, that is so...
So it's a little woo-hoo, like, but
I need you to understand the way you broke it down seems so much deeper than how my dad said it at church.
What did he say?
He said, the slaves coming back to take revenge on all the ports. All the ports in America. Yeah. Florida, that took the slaves. Mm-hmm. Florida, South Carolina, Georgia. He sounded like Martin Luther King while he was saying it. So I said, I have a dream.
He didn't mention the fact that that's the actual route that the ships took.
Yes, he said it like that. Yes.
See,
but I know, Daddy, I'm so sorry.
You're so smart.
You so woke. I'm still asleep.
I mean, it's just kind of a connection. And the funny thing is, I was showing my students who I taught them last year, so they remember when we learned about, like, there's a demo.
Winds and the temperatures. Mm-hmm.
No, the slaves.
Oh.
Like, there's a demo that shows, like,
I'm so sorry.
how many slave
totally
ships.
Went in the wrong direction. Okay.
Well, it's both, because I taught environmental and geography.
Okay.
So it was both.
Okay.
So when they saw that, my co-teacher, who was my same co-teacher last year, was like, and it was showing the hurricane patterns. He was like, that's the slave trade. And I was like, it is. And it's the same exact pattern. And they used that because it was a fast wind. So the boats are going to go. Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness.
I know.
Mind blown. I'm not even being facetious.
But think about it. They went to the Caribbean first, dropped them off, came on up.
And you know Louisiana had some serious slavery.
Yeah.
Like some...
severe.
Yes.
And it's constantly being hit by, you know.
Yes.
So it's just like, that's hokey pokey, but it's just kind of like a cool connection between science and like history. A little bit of history and then
a lot of bit of history. Don't you downplay that. That's a lot of history.
That was a lot of history, but the fact that there's ghosts of slaves that are causing the hurricanes.
I like that part.
That's your favorite?
That's my fave. Why did they have to cancel Underground? Why?
Oh my gosh.
That broke my heart, yeah. And I'm still holding on to hope. I'm like, it's got to come back. Somebody's going to get it.
Yes, someone should pick it up. Come on. We need to be woke some more.
I like it.
Yeah, so that was
All of that was a perfect
little connection, you know? So that's the elephant in the room, right?
I like it so much. So the elephant was... Let me recap
so many elephants.
The elephant was that the slaves come back to get all the folks in the ports.
Or is the elephant stop marking yourself safe?
That was both of them. It was two. Don't be just trying to get attention. Look, I'm just lying trying to get attention again. Who used to say that? Martin? One of our old school shows used to say that. I'm just lying trying to get attention again. I think it was Martin. So
like Martin.
Here we go. You just lying trying to get attention again. Your tail will never in danger. So don't be marking yourself.
And don't mark yourself safe before the hurricane's even over.